7:45, and I told her to be here now, but maybe she didn't get my text. I did send it like a week or two ago, and she never did reply. Maybe she doesn't want to be my friend anymore. No, that can't be it. She must just be running late. This is Lincoln, Nebraska, right? Lincoln, Nebraska? I've made it all the way from Ohio, but I didn't know if I would be on time. Sarah? 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 Sarah, where are you? She's like about this tall, blonde hair. You see her hanging out with me all the time. She's such a girl.
She's right here.
She was in the field. Sarah. Sarah. Sarah.
Right there.
She's really awesome. If you see her, let me know. But Sarah, she's got blonde hair.
Audrey!
Sarah! Oh my gosh!
I can't believe it's you!
It's been a month since I've seen you. A month!
When you texted me a couple weeks ago, I thought, there's no way she's actually coming back!
Well, here I am.
It's been like the longest month of my life.
Oh, I know.
I helped you pack all your stuff in that moving van, and then I had to watch you guys drive away as you moved to Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. It has been the worst month of my life.
But you're back!
I'm back!
Are you
and
moving
for
back?
good!
You're moving
Yes,
back!
I'm moving back to Lincoln, Nebraska. It's gonna be awesome.
Where's all your stuff?
It's here. I put it all in here.
No, but when I helped you pack up, I mean, it was a huge moving van full of stuff. I bet your mom and dad are bringing them. Where are they? I didn't see them. Oh, I'm gonna give your mom the biggest hug. I can't believe you guys are back.
No, it's just me. I'm moving back.
What do you mean?
Well, I saved up enough money in my piggy bank, and it was enough to buy a train ticket from Dayton to Lincoln. So I packed my bags, and I'm on the second story in our new home. So I just carefully opened the window, and I climbed out the side, and there's this like vine on the side of our house that I started to crawl down, and it didn't really hold my weight. So I ended up falling, and I hit the ground, but I seemed okay, so I just kept walking, and I walked all the way to the train station where I got on the train because, like I said, I had enough money, and so I drove, in this big train the whole way to
Audrey,
Lincoln, Nebraska.
You ran away. You ran away from home. This is bad.
I wouldn't call it running. There was climbing and falling and
Audrey,
walking, but there wasn't any running.
You left your house. You didn't tell your mom and dad. You got on a train, and you went all the way from Dayton, Ohio, back to Lincoln, Nebraska. This is bad, Audrey. This is bad. I'm so happy to see you, but we're in a lot of trouble.
Well, no, not really. I have a plan. Before I left Lincoln, in my house, in the basement, I took one of the windows and I kind of propped it open with this little stick that I found outside. So I figured if we just kind of go this way and maybe a little bit to the right, we'd get back to our neighborhood and we could open that window that I left open and then just peer all into the basement, and then you and I could hang out like we used to and play all those board games and make popcorn.
Audrey,
and
you're my best friend, but this isn't going to work. You know this isn't going to work. Your parents are probably so worried. I think we should go call them.
No.
No, look. There's a train back to Dayton in 4 hours.
No.
I think you need to get on that train and go back home with your parents.
Sarah, no. I had a plan, and if you don't want to follow my plan, then you don't need to. You know what? We don't have to be friends.
No,
my plan is to go back to my old house, and that's what I'm going to do. And if you don't come with, then whatever. We've got all of our neighborhood friends, and I'll hang out with them.
Audrey, come back! This isn't gonna work, Audrey!
Oh, Ron, what are we going to do? I ran away from home.
Audrey! I have a story, and you and I both know you brought your story socks with you.
No, let's just come back in here and talk about this. I heard a really, really good story Sunday from Miss Peters at church, and it was all about someone who had to make a really hard decision. They had to choose to do the thing that was really hard and really scary, but it was the right thing to do, and it all turned out good. And I just think that would help what we're going through right now.
I mean, I did bring my story socks.
I knew you would. Audrey, that is why you are my best friend. I don't know anyone else who has story socks.
Yeah, and you know the best place to wear them.
On your hands?
On your hands, not your feet. So, if you've got a good story, and if Miss Peters, who I miss so much, told you it, then I'm sure it'll help some way.
Okay, here's the story. A long time ago, there was a man named Ananias. Kind of a funny name. Can you guys all say Ananias?
Ananias.
Perfect. So there was this man named Ananias, and he was a Christian. He followed what Jesus taught. He told people what Jesus did. He lived like Jesus lived, and he told everyone around him how much Jesus loved them and how much Jesus wanted to be with them. He was a really great guy. And then there was this guy named Saul. His name was Saul, and he wasn't quite the same. He was mean. He was a bit of a bully. Actually, worse than a bully. He hated Christians, and he would go find them and take them out of their house and throw them in jail. Yeah, he did this to a lot of Christians. He was really good at it, which was a really terrible thing.
Oh my gosh.
So we have Saul, and we have Ananias, and they didn't really like each other.
Well, clearly.
So Ananias lived in a town called Damascus, and Saul was on his way to Damascus.
Oh no!
So all the Christians in Damascus were really scared because Saul was coming, and they didn't want Saul to take them out of their homes and lock them away in jail.
Yeah.
But on the way, Saul had something miraculous happen. He heard Jesus talking to him. And Jesus told Saul, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you being so mean to all the Christians? That's not what I want for your life.
Yeah.
I want you to be with me. I want to love you. I want you to love me. I want you to love everybody. And I want you to live the way I lived." And when Saul heard these words, he went blind. He couldn't see anything. He couldn't go anywhere. He needed help.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in Damascus, our buddy Ananias, he heard from Jesus too. Jesus told Ananias, "Hey, Saul's coming to town, and I need you to take care of him."
What? But they didn't like each other. That would have been way too hard for Ananias to take care of Saul.
Exactly. If I was Ananias, I would have been terrified because Saul might put me in jail, and I would have probably been really angry because Saul put so many of my friends in jail. I don't think I really wanted to do it. But Ananias had a choice to make. Was he going to do the easy thing and ignore what Jesus wanted him to do? Was he going to do nothing? Or was he going to do the really scary, really difficult thing and actually have Saul come to his house and take care of him?
I bet I can guess which one he did.
He took the hard choice. He took care of Saul just like Jesus wanted him to. He trusted Jesus that was the right thing to do. And you know what, Audrey? It changed Saul's life. Because Saul heard Jesus talking to him, and because Ananias took care of him, Saul was a totally different person. He didn't hate the Christians anymore. He became a Christian. He told everybody in the world how wonderful Jesus is and how much love Jesus has for them. He was such a different person that he even changed his name from Saul to Paul.
Oh my gosh, I get it now. I get it.
Great.
The point you're trying to make is that I should change my name from Audrey to Padre, like Saul changed his from Saul to Paul, right? And then I can assume a new identity and I can live in Lincoln, Nebraska without my parents knowing.
That wasn't quite what I was trying to say, Audrey. My story was more about Ananias and the really hard decision he had to make. He had to choose the easy thing that was wrong or the hard thing which was right. He had to do the hard thing and take care of Saul even though he was scared.
Kind of like how I have to decide if I'm going to stay in Lincoln or take the train back to Dayton.
Right.
But the thing is that that story is from a long time ago. And I mean, my story is now, like 2021. So what that means is that, like, it doesn't really count because I am the only one who ever has anything hard happen in their life.
No, I wouldn't say that, Audrey.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
I think actually a lot of people have really hard choices they have to make in their lives. I mean, look at all these people at the train station today. Has anyone ever had a really hard decision to make? Something that they had to do the easy thing that was wrong or the hard thing that was right? Look at all those hands up there. You know what I think would help you a lot, Audrey? I think it would help if everyone talked in their group about these examples. If everyone talked in their group about times that they had to choose the easy thing that wasn't right, or they had to trust Jesus and do the hard thing. And then, Audrey, you could walk around and you could listen, and so could I. And I think you would find that you're not the only one who has to go through this.
Yeah, if I heard some stories about people going through hard times, then maybe it'll make my decision through this hard time easier.
Perfect.